Good afternoon, everyone. It is Saturday, March 21st, mid-coronavirus pandemic, and we are still currently working on our apartment. As you can tell, the walls are all white now, as well as the floor below me, which is the moisture paint barrier. Today, we are going to, Jacob's parents, are on the way getting supplies from Home Depot to put the flooring down. So I guess you put like flooring, but not like the regular floor you walk on. They put like the bottom of the flooring down, and then they put the walls up, and then after that you put the flooring down. So they're starting to get the supplies. We've had some stuff already delivered, so we can put the regular flooring down, and so we can get a jump on it. Just in case the stores like do close and everything, we have the supplies here to continue building. Tina's working from home. Jacob and I have already been sent home. We're just rolling with it. I got a bunny yesterday, so I'm not totally bored all the time now. But we were planning on getting a bunny anyway for the apartment. So this is currently what it looks like. It's painted like all the way over there where our bedroom's gonna be, and all of this is painted around here. So it's pretty much just like the barrier of where the apartment is going to be. We didn't want to paint everywhere else, plus there's no point wasting money in buying that paint. It may look different tonight, and I may vlog tonight, or I may vlog tomorrow after we've put the flooring down, but when that happens, I'll show you guys what it looks like. What is up, guys? It's been a total week since I last talked to you guys. It's Monday, March 30th, and we have gotten a bit of a leeway on the apartment. As you can see, all these boards are drilled down all the way to the bedroom back there, and then we've stopped over here. The process pretty much included, well, it took a whole week. We were having a bit of some problems. The process included pre-drilling holes into the cement because the boards have to stick to something. And then once you pre-drill those holes, you have to pre-drill holes in the wood. And then you have to obviously put them together, line them up properly, which also takes precision. And then you have to drill those boards into the pre-drilled holes into the ground. And we were having a problem with one of the drills. It was getting overheated. Things were breaking. I think it was just an old drill. So we had to go up and pick a new drill, or like rent it, I guess, from either Lowe's or Home Depot. So it took us about a week of doing this. Took practically the whole weekend before we got the new drill. And then Jacob's parents have worked on it because they're still working. His mom's working from home. His dad is an essential worker at a hospital. So both of them are working, like once they get home, they're working for a few hours. So tonight, this is all gonna change. That's why I'm filming it. The next step, besides doing that, because that still needs to get done, is to take the plywood and then put the plywood all down everywhere. And then once we get the plywood down over to there, we are switching that door out. That door is like a 4-foot deep door. It was just used to get things in and out of the basement, but we were putting in like a real industrial door there. And so what we have to do is we have to take that door off, and then we have to, which I think it also has hydraulics on it. It's an old door from an actual hospital. So we're gonna take that door off, and then we have to, since it was 4 feet long, you have to build the frame, like round it and add a little more to the frame, and then put the door in. So we can't do that, or we can't do the floor until we put the door in. So we've pretty much done all of the flooring up until there. Then we'll redo the door, and then we'll finish the flooring, and then we can finish the plywood. So most of the plywood's gonna get done up until here. And then from there, we are going to put the walls up. That is, I think, the plan as far as now. And then once we kind of get the bare walls up, you have to do plumbing, electricity, all that jazz before we can actually start finishing the apartment. So I wanted to share with you guys where we had gotten a little bit of troubles. This probably isn't going to be the last trouble. Things are never built exactly how they should be. Things always go wrong, as you would expect, but this is where we're at for right now. Back with an update for you guys. At this moment, we have gotten most of the plywood done. As you can see, we've gotten it all the way to here, so we just need to finish that amount. And then the new door is going in Thursday. And then once we put the new door in, then we can finish the plywood and the flooring to over there. Those are the stairs into the garage that then go out, which is going to be like a separate entrance for Jacob and I to go in, because there's a carport outside of the garage. So we're going to be able to go from the carport, which we're going to finish, and then walk around the back side. We're going to have like a path, and then in through the back of the garage, and then down through the stairway into here. And then once, like I said, we can finish that. And then I think after that, we are allowed to put the walls up. And also this flooring that you can see, it is special flooring that is supposed to be very like non-creaky, like not any sound. And the reason we did this is because we're not just building the apartment for Jacob and I. We are building the apartment specifically, number one, for that first purpose, but secondly for his parents to use it afterwards. So after Jacob and I leave, we don't know if we're going to stay for 2 years, for 5 years, whatever, however long until we want to save money until. And then once we leave, his parents can either, do something with the house. If they wanted to sell it, there would be a basement that's, half finished. Or his parents, if they wanted to Airbnb it, if they just wanted to have it for people to stay over with and come up and visit, because a lot of his family lives in this town, and then they have, family from other places that's farther away, so they could use it for that purpose. So we're not just building the apartment just for Jacob and I and what we want out of it. We want to make it a decent quality apartment, and that's been something that we've very much been vigilant about when we're planning things. We go, okay, what do we want here? Do we want this to be this material? Do we want that? We want to put it like a quality material that's going to last a really long time. And we're also doing colors and things that we don't think like just Jacob and I will want. Like we want it to be something that like other people would come and enjoy as well. So we pretty much laid the plywood down, this special plywood, and it has like a tongue on one side, and then the other side can slide into it. So also underneath the plywood that we're drilling in, we put this like Loctite, I think, caulking. It's for specifically wood, again, to prevent creaking and like any sound, I guess. And we had put it down, had no problem, and then we started to put it in between where the two plywood pieces come together. So we were putting it in where the slot where you put the tongue in is. We were having a lot of problems getting the boards to slide into place that way. So we kind of revised that and said, okay, only put the caulking on the bottom and between the two pieces of the wood, and then we'll just slide the piece of plywood in, because we think it was just creating tension for us to try and get the plywood into the tongue. And by tongue, I mean, these little rivets here. There's a tongue in this, and then there's kind of like a C shape. So it's like interlocking when you put them together. If you have any idea of what I'm actually talking about, you'll get what I'm saying. Here, we can use this as a piece. So there's a tongue on this side, and then on the opposite side, there's the C piece. So they all slide in together. And so what we'll do is we laid these first pieces down, and we drilled them down, and then we started laying these pieces into this row. And that's where we kind of came upon the issue of having trouble sliding in, but then we realized it was the glue, so we stopped doing that, and we're just pretty much just getting on with what we can. We cleaned out the stairs behind that door. There's a bunch of junk there. I think that's it for right now. Besides doing the door and then finishing the floor, that'll probably be the biggest chore. And then from there, we're gonna do the walls. That's it for right now.